That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Enjoy Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't,
quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey,
My
Rashad.
husband was sleeping with my dad. Love don't judge. First of all, I already subscribed. Let me thumbs up. Love don't cost. I'm not stealing. I'm just reacting.
Out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. My
Bruh, that's him right there. What is going on? This man is still here.
ex-husband gave me HIV. I never knew that social media could be so brutal. They make me feel like I am a walking disease. My mom
So the man's still there?
was there when the doctor told me that I was HIV positive.
I was devastated.
You go your HIV medicine. She told me she was HIV positive maybe a week or two into us dating.
I knew I needed to tell him before I met him in person. I was nervous that Brandon wouldn't want to be with me.
I was already in love with her from like the first interaction, so it didn't bother me.
As long as you're taking your medicine every single day, you can live. It helps with my immune system so that it will be 0% chance for me to give my partner HIV or even pass it down to my children. Side effects that I personally received was short memory loss. It did cause me to have anxiety and depression. I am currently on meds as well for that. I know the side effects can be very scary, but I'd rather have side effects than to be dying.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching
Man, that's
YouTube videos,
definitely
wondering
what
why.
you need. You definitely need better help for this. Because what in the world is going on?
But it was the cutest. I told Brendan in the first month of us dating, if he was serious, prove it. And he did just that.
Where your tattoo at?
To find love after HIV. It's not easy at all because so many people are uneducated about it. You have to tell them, hey, I'm HIV positive, and hopefully you accept me. But if not, I gotta try again. This is our wedding photo, and this is my beautiful family. My ex-husband is the person that gave me HIV.
Okay. So it's okay. I didn't read in this fundamental. It's the ex-husband. I seen the man when she said my husband was doing this with my dad. I said, what? And the man's still there. He said the next. Okay.
Who knew he had it, and he had it for many years. I was 19 years old and just had a baby. This is actually my favorite photo of us. This is when we was in the beginning of our happy place, even though I didn't know he was living a double life. It's never easy to talk about how my dad introduced me to my ex-husband. My dad said this is one of his friends. Everyone knew that I was the preacher's kid, so they have this obsession over preacher's daughters. And my dad wanted me to marry, and he
what Tyler say on Chromacopia? He said, take the mask off. I hope you take the mask off, brother. You be preach, man, preach. No, you ain't lying.
introduced us because he felt like we would be a good fit.
Chromacopia album review. And
I thought that he was just a member of my dad's church. I wanted to get away, but I felt trapped. I don't even look the same. I looked depressed and I was losing weight. I also believed that I was HIV positive here and I did not know. And you can tell from my cheekbones. I'm starting to look sick. And this is when I was pregnant with our daughter, Elizabeth. When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. I felt disgusted. I felt like I wasn't worth anything, and I didn't believe in the word loyalty anymore. I don't talk to my dad anymore, but my ex-husband does pop in and pop out. I did lock him up. I was really nervous when I first told Brendan that I have a horrible past.
I was more so shocked than anything. It did make me angry. That's supposed to be her father. And for him to set her up the way he did, it was honestly, it was horrible.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to say this. I'm sorry for pausing so much. I don't want to hear like women say it's more difficult to find a man than the man say it's more difficult to find a woman, bro. There are so many women I know with not this exact same story, but a similar background of where their ex was moving crazy. They end up getting burnt, and they still find a man who loves them more than any ex ever loved them before. They get loved on by more, get cuffed, married, all that stuff. I know a couple folks like that in Atlanta and stuff like that, because Atlanta is one of the highest rates for those diseases and things like that. And it doesn't stop anything for the man. Let it be a man though. If you not, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna
I'm
be tough for
still
you,
strong more than ever.
I love her honesty, her bravery, and her goofiness, even though she's sometimes
Aggravating. I wanted people to know that there is life after HIV. I'm married to a man who is HIV negative. I have 3 children who is HIV negative. A lot of people didn't understand why I told the world that I am HIV positive. This video got the most hate comments. Not being funny, but he voluntarily invited HIV into his life. Was he positive already? Not judging, just curious.
it's a lot of ignorant people who just think HIV is a death sentence.
A lot of people think that we do this for clout, which is weird, because who want to get clout off having HIV?
A lot of people think it's fake, honestly.
Yeah. Comments like, you're selfish for having kids, you're selfish for being married to a man who is HIV negative, let him be with a woman who's HIV negative. Sometimes I would read people saying that I need to die and that I don't deserve my husband, even after everything that I have been through with my past marriage.
I don't agree with that.
I feel sorry for him now. He's going to catch it too.
Have you ever tried to visit a website only to have like 90% of it taken up by ads? Pi.org is a web browser extension that lets
People make me feel like I am not human. They make me feel like I don't belong here and that I am a walking disease, that if I touch them, they're going to get it as well. And that hurts. I never knew that social media could be so brutal.
But after a while, the judgment really didn't affect us at all.
He better accept you. He gave it to you.
A lot of people don't really pay attention, but a lot of people think that I'm the one that gave it to her.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that children also take HIV medicine even though they're not positive. They have to take it the first 3 weeks of them being born. Even though they are negative, you have to go through a process as a HIV woman having children. Wow. I support you, honey, no matter what. I am positive as well, and my husband is negative. Thank you for uplifting me. Social media definitely have made my marriage stronger because it just tested everything. It just made us love each other even more because people want our marriage to fail so bad.
The thing about it is, she says she's not doing it for clout. She's not doing it for attention. So why'd you bring it to the internet? Could have just kept this between you and your husband, but you decided to bring it to the internet. Post it.
All right, sit back, girls. Get closer. Y'all like y'all gonna bite each other. Say cheese. What is like to see your mom talk about having HIV?
But you shouldn't know that kind of stuff.
You think so? Okay. Do you think people treat mommy different?
Yes. Yeah.
For having HIV? Mm-hmm. How they make you feel that they treat mommy bad?
Man.
So we're about to go to the park to meet my mom.
Yay.
At first, my mom thought that Brandon wasn't genuine. She thought my husband was a serial killer. She did not understand why would someone want to be with someone with HIV and 2 kids. Your shoes are wrong feet, baby.
2 kids.
She definitely.
2 kids too. Look, man, I don't want to hear no woman once again complain. None of my homegirls, none of my friends that's around my age, because I'm at the age where everybody at the crossroads and having like an existential crisis if they don't have the love of their life at this exact moment in time in life. I don't want to hear none of them say it's difficult out here, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro.
It was being judgmental, but she didn't know the education behind HIV and AIDS. So
what
she
about the 2 kids? We just gonna ignore that? What about the 2 kids? Okay, the disease. A man gonna take on 2 kids as well. I mean, she had the first kid when she was 19, already been married, went through the traumatic. That's a lot to take on, bro. That's a lot for a man to just sign up for. Sign me up. That's a lot. That's a lot. And he still took her on. I don't want to hear no woman saying it's difficult.
Like everyone else who doesn't know how it works.
I thought it was too good to be true. Pretty much. I was like, okay, do he know what's going on? Wait a minute. Are you sure? But he was a pretty cool guy.
My mom was there when the doctor told me that I was HIV positive. I can tell that she wanted to cry and slide down the wall, but she was trying to be strong for me because she could not believe that the doctor just told her daughter this.
Honestly, I was devastated, but I had to pretty much be strong for her. I put my strongness on. Hey, Mom. Hey, what's going on?
Shaq, listen, you got to play Pick 6. It's a new way to win cash by DraftKings. You just choose more or less on NBA player stats.
Hey.
So, how do you feel about me being positive and him being negative?
At first, I was afraid. I think that's when I asked you. I said, you sure he knows? Because, yeah. But I could tell that he was in love with you when when you told him. Maybe because of what people say. It's not, it's not that I thought he was crazy because you're a great woman, actually. You're the best. And I knew you would have been an awesome wife because you watched me. But no, most people would be like, oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, I've heard people say, ill, why would he put himself in that type of predicament or whatever?
He just did the Megan Thee Stallion pose, bro. Like, like that's crazy. So casually, too. Look at this.
Because you're a great woman, actually. You're the best. And I knew you would have been an awesome wife because you watched me.
Crazy.
But no, most people would be like, oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, I've heard people say, ill, why would he put himself in that type of predicament or whatever?
Yeah. How do you feel about how his family did me?
I didn't want to say that because I like peace. I could have just went in on his family because of the way that they were doing and to hear you cry, But what made me not do it is him. Because at the end of the day, he always had your back.
The reaction that my family gave was not a good reaction. It was more so of a biased reaction when it comes down to the situation, due to the fact they were not educated.
How old were you and how old was my dad when y'all conceived me?
Well, me and your dad started at 15. I was 15. I was looking for love at a church because I was hurt. Things caught up with him, and he went to jail. But I still didn't think he was wrong because I was still young. I was still a child. But now that, during therapy and everything else that happened, I see that.
I was shocked at some of the things that you went through, Ma. And the fact that you still here made me realize that I can be strong too.
Yeah, I had to be strong because your siblings, I had to be strong. We all went through a lot. I was lost when when you first came. I was lost. I felt like I was by myself. His letters used to come from jail, and I just gave up. But I didn't give up on you. And I'm still not giving up. But this dude right here, I mean, even through your emotional roller coasters, he stood there. And that's what I knew, They're inseparable. No matter who comes in, say something, you can't pull them apart, no matter what. That's what I love about him.
This is actually a dream to make this poster board. I had this 3 years ago. Okay. I want the world to know that the stigma is a lie. We get to drum line, say cheese. And that you can be HIV positive and still marry a man who's HIV negative. And you can have children who also could be HIV negative.
So you posting that to raise awareness and to destigmatize the stigma that's around the lifestyle. So essentially, you want to bring attention to the reality of the situation. Attention, clout, whatever you want to call it. Thing that you said you're not doing it for. You just admitted right there you want attention on this issue for a certain reason. Just because you want it for a certain reason doesn't mean that it's not. Clout is clout. Clout is attention. It's the same thing.
Passionate. I was about to go in. Brandon changed.
Like it's like when people misuse, this is a rant completely not related. When people misuse crashing out, like if someone just like yells or somebody like has an attitude, they say, "They're crashing out. Paige Bakers crashes out at referee." That's not the term of crashing out. Like crashing out is so extreme. It's like you're going to prison if they catch you crashing out. You know, so I don't know. It's like people just misuse or don't understand slang. It kind of like bothers me sometimes. Why isn't Duke Dennis with the Rizzlers, with the Rizzler kid? Why is he never shouted out Duke Dennis? Why ain't Duke Dennis on a song with the Rizzler kid? Why wasn't he on Jimmy Fallon with the Rizzler kid? Why wasn't he on, you know, all these major mainstream publications with the Rizzler kid? If he's the one that brought Riz to the forefront, made it the word of the year last year, him and his people over there in D Block in small town South Carolina, why are they? You see how words just get kind of grabbed and misconstrued, and
My life to show me that I can be safe. I can be happy.
I love how nurturing and caring she actually can be. We get each other.
We are the black sheep. I'm hoping to show people there is life after HIV.
it's okay to want to do things for attention or to bring attention to something that you're passionate about. Just don't say, "I'm not doing this for attention," and then show that you're doing something for attention. If you weren't doing it for attention, you would have said no to the TV show when they were like, "Hey, do you want to be on this TV show where we speak about your condition?" You'd be like, no, thank you. I don't really, I don't want any attention on it. Then no, thank you. But you said yes. I want to bring attention to this specific. You said the word, so don't say you don't want attention. I don't know. That's a rant that has nothing to do with nothing. I am happy for her that she found somebody that would accept her and take her in. At the same time, that just shows like, boy, there ain't no conditions under this God green earth. If you a woman breathing, you have a chance, boy. I tell you that. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about being alone forever, because that is not the reality, bro. But yeah, my name is Rashad Milligan. As always, this is the World 5K Subs. Thank you for tuning in. If you tuned in at any point, you are stream. And until next time, please take care of yourselves.
That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Brandon, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.